What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Insecure Season 3, Episode 5. Ready, like? I know y'all like my new hairdo. A lot of y'all, come in my comments and always ask me what I do with my hair. I don't do a whole lot with my hair, but yesterday I blew my hair out and I twisted it up and it really didn't come out like the way I wanted it in the twist. So I got home today. I got somewhere to go at 7. Now I don't have to look good for where I'm going at 7. It's just a rehearsal, but I'm just experimenting a little bit. I want to see if this will work. So all I did was twist it. And I put a little bantu on the end and I wet it a little bit more than I did last night. I think I twisted it dry last night, so it didn't really have no wave to it. It was kind of just like a blowout situation, which is okay because the bigger your hair, the closer to God, right? So, that's okay. But I did want an actual little curl definition. So this is what I do. That's it. Just put some Miss Seeley twist in here and that's it. And I got a little something going on back in the back. So, I do post my picture on Snapchat. If you follow me on Snapchat at Who Is April Dawn, you can see what it come out, what it turned out to look like. All right, go ahead and follow me at Who Is April Dawn. Go ahead and get into this review. So we got a little refresher with Lawrence. We got to see Dro with his stinking ass. We got to see Issa, Miley, even Andrew. Okay, and Nathan, we did not get to see. Let's go ahead and get started. I really like this episode because it showcased the whole ensemble. I think the show works best when they showcase everybody that's in the cast, at least, in a group setting. Like, those are always fun, right? So let's get started. We're back with Issa and Daniel at the 7-Eleven, and she asked him, hey, so what's been up? And he says, nothing much. But then we go into this montage of, him doing what every single man does after they break up with their girlfriend. They go to work, they screw hoes, and, they go back to work and they watch their homeboys screw hoes. And then, they go to work and they probably go to the gym at some time. They probably hang out with their friends and then they screw hoes. This is what they do, especially for Lawrence. Now he got a little piece of change in his pocket. He got a decent job. He ain't on the couch no more. So, he pulling. But we also see him pulling something else that he didn't want a kid, okay? He pulled chlamydia. So we also see him at the doctor. The doctor is like, damn, nigga, you can't use rubbers. I mean, you can't use them. They are available to you if you would like to use them. But clearly, now for all those people who was worried about the condom use and the consequences of not using condoms, there you have it. That's the consequence of not using condoms, people. You can get an STD. I didn't know if you knew that. Put the message out. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you can get an STI. Some of y'all probably got STIs right now and don't even much know. You can catch a baby as well. You can also catch a baby. You can catch all type of infections and all type of autoimmune deficiency diseases, and we don't have time for that, okay? Lawrence, I guess he living a good life, child. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call that. We see Issa down to the public office and she trying to get some forms to fill out because she want to do this Coachella, but now it's like downgraded to like a block party. So she in there with the lady and the lady look like, listen, what you doing? You doing profit? You doing non-profit? And she was like, just give me the forms for both. And basically the woman told her, listen, I know you got good intentions, but you wasting your time. Every time we try to do something like this in our community, it doesn't turn out well, it end up being janky. Or, it's just not going to be right, girl. So just, don't even much waste your time. You really wasting everybody's time. And that's what she said in Spanish, that you're really wasting everybody's time with this. Why are you doing this? You wasting everybody's time was basically what she said. Let me know my Spanish might be a little rough, but that's pretty much what she said, I think. Issa got a little discouraged after the lady told her it wasn't going to take no month and a half. Bitch, it's going to take a whole year. You got to get permits. You got to have this. You got to have that. So it's a lot of steps that have to be taken before this will actually come into fruition. So later on, we see Issa in the bed with Nathan. And, she basically telling him that. And he's like, it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Just chill, just relax. Well, I don't know if that was after or before, child. I don't know. But anyway, they was laying in the bed together at some point. And, he asked her, is it real? I said, uh-oh. Now, this was interesting to me because, being a grown-ass woman, I haven't had that conversation with a man in a long time. I don't even know how people get into relationships no more. I don't know if people be like, let's be together or let's take it to the next level. I don't even know how that conversation happens. But he's talking to her, asking her, how do you know it's real? It feels real to him. She said it feels real to her. and that he really likes her, and she make a joke, but you know, she really like him too. And see, you got to watch out, because I was like, listen, I like Nathan. He all right, even with his little patchy beard. He all right, but at the same time, you got to watch that falling hard and falling fast. It ain't been nothing but a couple of weeks, child. And you already, you know, I really like you, and I really like you too, girl. You got to vet these niggas to make sure they, I don't know. Because I was just like, you know, looking like something stink. You know what I'm saying? He tells her that she needs to tell Molly to holler at Andrew. He still have her jacket. And so when Issa's getting ready for the day, she called Molly and like, look, Molly, you need to get your jacket from Andrew. Stop acting stupid or whatever. Just go and get your jacket. The boy got your jacket. And she was like, I don't want to call him. I'm so embarrassed. You know, I was doing the most. And she was doing the absolute most. She told that Asian man all her business. Okay, I was like, girl, you don't tell all of that. You slept with your married boyfriend and all of that, girl. You can't be telling all the tea, girl. So now he know everything, and he still got her jacket. So I mean, he ain't dropped that shit off at the Goodwill yet. So that must mean he like her, right? I mean, he just trying to see her, right? Later on, Molly finally bites the bullet and goes ahead and calls Andrew, and he meets her and he gives her her jacket. And he's asking her, have she been to dinner at this certain place? And she's like, no. And he's like, well, good, because I'm going to take you. And she was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? You talking? And she was like, I'm too busy. I don't have time to date or whatever. First of all, he looked it good, baby. I don't know. He was looking like the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift bitch, but he was looking good in his red and black and white button-down shirt, baby. His little bun, baby, he looked it good to me, okay? Yes, God, looking like a bowl of ramen noodles. Yes, honey, he was serving me everything I needed, okay? I'd have been like, you can take me anywhere you want, honey. You can take me to the Tokyo Drift. Shit, I don't give a damn, okay? He looked that good. Molly, you know, she ain't never satisfied. She perpetually get on everybody's nerves. So, you know, she told him no, she don't have time. So he was like, the invitation is open or whatever. So Kelly, Molly, and Issa are together, and they are all making a diaper cake for Tiffany's baby shower, which is the next day. Issa makes a comment that they need to go early to help her, you know, set up for the baby shower. Basically, Molly tells them that the Asian dude asked her on a date, and she was like, you know, I've been talking to one of the Nathan friends, and Kelly like, you talking to the black one or the Asian one? She was like, the Asian one. She was like, good girl, because I've been fucking the black one girl a lot. I hope it wasn't him. But she tells them that, you know, it was not like she never dated outside her race. But, you know, you know how they have Orthodox Jews. They date each other, and, you know, nobody bat an eye. I'm just going to be Orthodox black. And Issa is like, girl, that's not a religion. And Kelly is like, wait a damn minute, wait now, because that's my religion. Wait a minute. So she tell him, basically, Molly is saying, I want to end up with a black man, so I don't want to step outside of my race and date different races. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. You know, I love black men. From the top of my head to the tip of my toes, I love them. But it just ain't enough of them. I'm just going to be honest with you. So sometimes you might have to step outside your comfort zone if you're looking for somebody, especially at the age, you know, once you hit your 30s, there is few and far in between, sis. And the ones you going to get, you know, they don't be all the way right. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be honest with y'all. They don't be all the way right, because you got, you know, the population of men that's in jail. You got a population of men that's gay. You got a population of men that's single and don't want to get married. It's a lot of brothers out here that ain't nothing wrong with them. They're nice guys, but they just don't want to get married because they realize they're a commodity, especially if you're a certain age, you don't have kids, you have a good job, you know, so they can just date women forever. And that's what they want to do until they decide they're ready to settle down, which could be when they 40s or 50s, because men can have babies. Now, they say your baby going to look like an old man. You have babies with an old man, and old men be having worms. But they can still have babies whenever they 40, 50s, and 60 years old. So they can just date around and just do them and say they don't want no drama or whatever men say to avoid relationships these days. And, you know, be single. And that's not necessarily just all black men, okay? But for a lot of us, you know, it's hard to find a black man at a certain age. So I don't know why that is. Maybe y'all put some reasons down below. I mean, it's hard. So I have found myself dating outside of my own race. Something that I didn't think I would do, but I was like, you know what, April, you got to broaden your horizons. You know, maybe love is not, you know, you can't find love with a black man. Maybe you'll find love with somebody else. So, Molly, I mean, the thing about it is she could or could not. You know what I mean? She could end up with a black man. She could end up with another type of person. Or she could just end up with a black man, but still, you need to, like, girl, your selections is few, girl. And you You ain't never happy, so maybe it's time for you to try something different. You done had an ugly black man. You done had a cute black man. You done had a bisexual black man. You done had a straight black man. You done had a successful black man. You done had a broke black man. Girl, you done had every kind of black man you can have. You done had somebody else, man. Girl, like, we need for you to figure out what you want, sis. Maybe it's time for you to have an Asian man, girl. And side note, I want them to stop saying the black one and the Asian one because I'm not even Asian, but I feel offended. Okay, y'all need to know that boy name is Andrew. Stop calling him the Asian one. Even though he looked like not ramen noodles, y'all, like good ramen from the store. He looked like a fresh sushi roll. He looked it good, bitch. He looked it good, okay? So Kelly is all geeked about these last night cupcakes that she making for the group. Making for the party. And Issa tells them about the ideal and how, you know, basically the same thing I was saying to Molly, and they need to step out like she did with Nathan. They like, that's your man now? She like, nah, that's not my man, you know, but I'm happy. It's the first person I really liked since I was with Lawrence, and he's very supportive. And she starts to tell him about her idea. Your idea? What ideal is that? Girl, the idea is for us to have, like, you know, like a block party. And, you know, I got a new name for my business called Musical, but with a Q, because we do events quickly. Bitch, what? Everybody busted out laughing, and I would have laughed too. I felt bad for her a little bit, but I also laughed. Because, girl, musical with a Q, like, what? So she texts Nathan, you know, yeah, I probably do need to come up with a new name for this thing. Nathan has not responded. Not to mention, I forgot to say earlier that day or the next day, I can't remember, she got a call that Liv has an investigation open on the fight that Nathan got into with the dude. Now, I work for Uber, and I'm thinking the dude who got beat up must have filed, you know, something with Liv saying that he got beat up or whatever. So she contacted Nathan again. It's like, hey, you know, Liv got an investigation going on. Give me a call. Still no response. So I'm like, oh, Lord, girl, here you go telling you it was real. Baby, it's real. The feelings that I feel. No. Now you can't find the nigga. And now you can't find me. Now you can't find him. Okay, I just made that last part up. We're with Chad and Lawrence. So Lawrence has been making calls all day long to let all these people know he slept with, that he has the clap. Okay, that he has the clapper. One of the girls he didn't even sleep with. And the girl was like, you don't even know who you sleeping with? Like, boy, you are the absolute worst. So he ends up talking to Chad at the bar. Now, Chad is hurt. He hurt up, y'all. Basically, his girlfriend has left him. He got left at the altar because I hate to say that, you know, with the two strippers. So his girlfriend left him because she got tired of him cheating on her, because y'all remember he loved to brag about him cheating or whatever. So they sitting at the bar. Lawrence is like, listen, I'm too old for this. I can't be doing this. I'm 32 years old. And Chad is like, what are you talking about? I'm happy. Like, I'm living my best life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't never make up the bed. I always had to make up the bed. And he going on and on about the ex-girlfriend. Chad, you is hurt, friend. You hurt, friend. Just okay. Just to say, Ed, you hurt. And Lawrence does say that. He like, I ain't hurt. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. And then Derek shows up. Hey, Derek. I was like, look at light skin. He kind of cute. I ain't gonna lie. Tiffany picked a cute husband. But Derek comes up, and you can tell that Derek is in a whole nother place. He's in a whole different space. He's about to be a father. He's excited. He's happy. He feel like Tiffany gonna be a great mother. He's awesome, you know. And then once again, Chad says, well, I would have been a great husband, but, you know, I had to let my girlfriend go, you know, because she was all over the place. And Lawrence is like, bro, you didn't let her go. She let you go, my nigga. And he like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But you know, boy. And then he says, well, it's the same thing Issa, well, ain't that the same thing Issa did to you? And he was like, well, he said Issa's a hoe. This highlights your double standard. Issa is a hoe because she cheated on Lawrence. But you cheated on your girlfriend multiple times, but you're not a hoe. Okay, you said you were sorry and she could have took you back. And Lawrence jumps quickly to defend Issa and says she not a hoe. She just did some hoe shit. She's not a hoe though. Don't do her. And he's like, okay, well, fine, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said, well, would you ever take her back? And he was like, no, hell no, I wouldn't take her back because I will always see her as a cheater. That's understandable. I've definitely been in that situation, so I understand how Lawrence feel. But I feel like Lawrence is a serial monogamous, and he kind of just out here, just out here, child, just out here. So we get to the next day, and it is time for the baby shower. Issa and Molly arrive at the baby shower a little bit early, and it's already going on. Looks like things are already put together. They didn't have to help set up nothing. Her brother is there. First side note, her brother is an asshole. Like, she did leave him at the airport, though. I ain't gonna lie, to walk around with Nathan like them 2 weeks ago. But at the same time, her brother is never nice. He's never kind. He always got something smart to say. It's like he hate Issa. Like, why do y'all not get along so much? Like, I'm so confused. Like, it would be different if he came at her all the time, then every once in a while, you know, like when she needed it, he gave her a hug, or he had something decent to say, child. But he don't ever have nothing decent to say. He is just trifling and stank all the time. Like, I don't like him. As a character, I don't like him at all. It's not funny to me. It's just like, ew, you a stank-ass person. So her brother is there. Apparently, he was helping plan the baby shower too, child, and they ain't know nothing about it. So they show up to the baby shower, and homegirl comes out. What is her name? Her name is Brittany, child, something like that. She come out and introduce herself, and she's a part of the crazy crew. Oh my God, we love this cake. Oh my God, so everything, you know. And she was like, oh, well, we came early to help her set up. Oh no, we all set up. We're on the planning committee. So there was a planning committee, bitch? It was a planning committee? You ain't tell us nothing? Okay. But she said they don't need no help, you know, and they gonna continue to the party or whatever. So they looking around the party like, we don't know none of these bitches. Like, who is these people? But you can tell that Tiffany has got a new group of friends. Friends who are married. Friends who have babies. Now, you know, well, I'm gonna save my thoughts for the end of the video, but y'all get to what I'm saying. So, Lawrence arrives at the party, and he talked to Derek for a minute. You know, all the men are pissed off because it's a co-ed baby shower. He gives the gift to him, tell him he got some kush for him, and he got this for the baby or whatever. Look outside, you know, the dudes, they're mad. He also goes over to the pictures, and child, Tiffany has created herself to be an icon in all of these pictures. She did Beyonce, she did Cardi B, and she did, who else was it? Beyonce, Cardi B, and Serena. She recreated all their pictures. Plus, she put another picture because she wanted to make herself an icon. Y'all, when Dro walked up and was like, what the fuck is that? Like, that was hilarious to me. I don't know why, even though I hate Dro. He make a little small talk, I guess, with one of the other girls from the crazy crew. She seemed real cute or whatever. And it was nice little banter. I thought that was interesting how they highlighted the conversation. But, you know, like the other times, Lauren was just look at the girl and she would look at him, and they would end up doing it in a room. I was like, I wonder if they're trying to foreshadow something for us. But maybe not. Maybe they just had a little small conversation. No big deal. So he looks over, he sees Issa on the phone, and, you know, he kind of looks away like, I don't know what I don't know what to say. Molly comes outside, and Issa is telling him, hey, you know, I haven't talked to Dre, you know, in like a day and a half. And Molly like, what's the tea, girl? Like, is he trying to ghost you or whatever? And she was like, I don't know. And so she was like, you want me to call him from my phone? And first she said no. She like, girl, give me this thing. Let me get his number. I'm finna call him. He didn't answer the phone. He don't have no voicemail set up. So now it's been like a day and a half. I don't know. So they see Lawrence and Dro inside, and Issa like, I'm gonna go speak to him or whatever. She like, no, if you speak to him, that means I'm gonna have to go speak to Dro. So, but Issa goes in anyway. She talked to Lawrence, and you know, it was good seeing him again. And he's like, yeah, I ran into Frida at Target, but you know, I didn't say anything because she was having a whole moment, and I knew if I said something, it was gonna be like a thing. Y'all know how Frida is. You know, it would have been a whole awkward 5 minutes of conversation, right? And so she said, yeah, it would have been awkward because I quit my job. And he was like, wow, that's big. You know, that's really different. You're doing some new things. And she tell him about the block party that she's working on, and she got a lot of stuff to get together. And he was like, yeah. He was like, you working on a business plan? And, you know, they have a little laugh because, you know, that was his thing. He was working on the business plan for like 2 or 3 years. Y'all remember when he was sitting on the couch? And he said, well, you know, if you need some help, you know, just let me know. I can help you. It's hard stepping out on your own. And she tells him that she proud of him. You know, he really got his stuff together. And they played with the boo-boo diaper, and it was cute. So Molly sees, and she cracked a little smile like, okay, well, maybe I can go talk to Dro. If they can talk to each other, then, you know, we can too. So she goes over to Dro, and she's like, hey, how you doing? And he like, oh, we talking now? I mean, bitch, mate. This boy acts so much like a hoe. I said, I'm surprised he didn't start windmilling her in the living room or smack his teeth and rolled his eyes and put his hands on his hip because this nigga said, oh, we talking now? Oh, I mean, because you said no call, no text. I mean, this how, you know, I didn't know we was speaking to each other. Oh, really? I was like, really, Dro? And that's pretty much the same thing Molly said. Really, Joe, this how we gonna do? We gonna start off like this? And he was like, yeah, that's how we gonna start. We gonna start off like this. I was like, this motherfucker is tripping, okay? So she was like, you know what? Thank you for reminding me why this thing was a whole waste of time. He was like, yeah. I was like, the fact that y'all been friends for y'all whole life and the fact that he could just turn on you like that as soon as you give him some boundaries, like, I don't think it's anything wrong with Molly saying, hey, I don't want to have sex with somebody who married. I want a relationship. I don't want to be the third part of somebody else's relationship. I want to be somebody's wife. I want somebody to defend me like you be defending Candace, okay? I want somebody to do that for me. And so, therefore, I can't have sex with you. Either we going to be friends with benefits or we not going to be doing nothing at all. We going to just be friends. And as a friend, you would think that he will understand even if it's not what he wanted. But it seems to me as soon as he stopped getting what he wanted out of Molly, it's now I'm just mean. Like, the fact that he was so mean to her was shocking to me a little bit, being that they have been friends for so long. I thought that was real fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was real messed up. Kelly comes in with her cupcakes, which are quickly rejected because the main table can only display one dessert, and so they use them for the backup cupcakes. And she already pissed, okay, because she don't know who these hoes is, and now they not even, you know, putting her cake on the table with all the other cakes, so she pissed. Issa brother say something smart, and I was glad Kelly turned around and shut him down. Issa told me you can't read. That shut him right on up. He was like, sure he probably can read, but the fact of the matter is, don't come for me unless I send for you. Mind your damn business, little brother. Kelly gets upset. She's going outside. She pissed. She venting to Molly and Issa, telling him she losing her friend to a baby. And, you know, they don't understand because they have each other. You know that Kelly and Tiffany are close like Issa and Molly is what I'm trying to say. So she was like, you know, they don't understand because they have each other. You know, she got married. She have a baby. And, you know, she losing her friend to a baby. She don't understand why the baby hate her so much. Tiffany comes outside and, you know, this is how I feel about Tiffany. She tells them that none of them even offered to throw her a baby shower. And, you know, everybody like, look, I had this going on. I had that going on. She was like, it don't matter. We all have life stuff going on. The fact that nobody even said nothing. And the homegirl, she asked me. But, you know, I tried to hold her off because I thought one of you would say something. Because even if you couldn't plan shit, I was just going to pretend like we planned it all together. And Kelly was like, listen, them hoes ain't shit. Like, I understand what you're saying. But I asked you, was you good? I asked you, was you all right? And you told me that homegirl had it. And she was like, well, you know, she's a mother. So, you know, I just thought, you know, she would know what she was doing. And Kelly was like, okay, because she have a baby. So I can't do that for you because I don't have no baby. And Tiffany was like, well, I mean, you can, but, you know. And Kelly was just pissed off. Like, you can tell that Kelly was really hurt. First of all, I really liked her range as an actress. Because I know this young woman is also, she's also a writer for the show. I mean, she's hilarious, so I don't see why she wouldn't be. But her range as an actress, because she really was hurt in that scene. And what I have to say about them is like this. Tiffany spent all the first 2 seasons clowning her friends because they not married. Okay, being bougie. Extra bougie, talking about them, judging them, not telling nobody her business. She didn't tell nobody when Derek moved out the house. Okay, when they was having all them problems, y'all remember that little nugget they dropped? But now, all of a sudden, you expect your friends to be super invested in your life. Okay, like, I get it. She's the friend who kind of get on your nerves. But you expect people to be all invested in your life when you don't even tell them your business. They don't even know what's going on in your life half the time. Okay, and then the rest of the time you spend judging them or ridiculing them. Now, that's Tiffany's fault. Now, on their side, whether she be judging y'all, ridiculing you, whether she aggravating or whatever, because I have friends like that, they aggravating, but they still my friends. And out of common courtesy, this is her first child. Y'all got to do better than that. Y'all should have offered that girl to throw that girl a baby shower. This supposed to be your home girl. You supposed to throw that hoe a baby shower. Come on now. Y'all was trifling for that. Now, for Kelly, I understood why Kelly was upset because she did offer. Okay, and because she don't have a kid, then, you know, I guess she feel like she wouldn't know how to plan a baby shower. Bitch, anybody can plan a baby shower. Like, when did you have to have a baby for you to plan a baby shower? Like, I don't understand that. It's games. It ain't nothing but games, food, and damn cake, and some decorations. Why she couldn't throw you a baby shower? So Tiffany was foul for that. So I feel like it's fault on both sides to be had. But this just shows you how, like, when you get older and you mature in your relationships, they change. You know, everybody don't have time to be with you all the time. Like, I had one friend, we used to roll hard, but she got a man now. She been having a man for a while, and I don't press her about it. I mean, you know, you got a man, you be with your man or whatever. I have friends that I don't see for years, but I know that we're still friends. It's just that we're both busy. And relationships do change and they do evolve. And I do think that, I don't think when people say, you know, it bring out who you was, all you was as a person. No, because the whole dynamic of your relationship changes when you were young 20-somethings and now you're 30-somethings. Only one of you is married and you have a baby. So you're going to have a whole bunch of friends that's going to be married and babies. Nobody want to sit around and hear you talk about your baby all damn day. I don't. I'm a single girl with no kids. I don't want to hear you sit up here and talk about your baby all day, but I do understand it's a thing. So maybe you need to have you some friends that's married. When you married, you don't really want to hang around with a whole bunch of single people. Okay, you want to hang with other people that's married. I totally understand that, and I'm not offended by that unless, like, you never included me in anything ever. You know what I'm saying? Purposely excluded me. That's when I would kind of feel slighted. But I feel like I said, there's fault to be had on both sides of that friendship. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Issa and Molly talk, and you know, Molly just looking at them like, damn, you know, she on her first baby and I ain't even halfway on my first date. Like, I gotta get my life together. And so Issa's like, why don't you talk to Andrew? Like, girl, you tripping. Like, this is a nice guy. He trying to date you. Like, what's your problem? So she finally break down and she go ahead and text Andrew and is like, is that invitation still open? So hopefully they can go on a date next week. We'll see what happens. She also tells Molly that she thinks that she's over Lawrence. Now, it's easy to say you over Lawrence when you got somebody else to crawl up under, okay? But she says she's happy for him. She's proud of him. You know, he really got it together, but she feels like it's time to move on and she's over Lawrence. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel like at the end of this series that Issa and Lawrence gonna be back together, because they wouldn't spend so much time with this relationship falling apart and this relationship unless they was going to get back together at some point. I don't think that point is going to be now, but I think it's going to be at the very end of this series. I think they're going to be back together. You mark my words. Derek and Lawrence talk, and he says the same thing about Issa. You know, it was a nice conversation. Like, it was actually really good. You know, she different. She seems really different. And Derek was like, oh, okay, well, you know, that's dope. Okay, that's cool. Issa and Molly and Tiffany talk. Basically, they tell her that Kelly left early. They in there washing dishes, and Tiffany come in there trying to make a little small talk. And she says that y'all make excuses like, oh, she had to go to work. Oh, she had to do this. Oh, she had to do that. But we all know that it's because, you know, she was not happy about this whole situation. So that's never good. Tiffany spills the tea, honey, and tells them that Candace is pregnant. And she was like, then the bitch gonna say it at my baby shower. Like, girl, you couldn't wait. That was tacky, Candace. Like, you could have waited for another time. That was her day. You could have waited for another time to tell everybody you was pregnant. But this hit Molly like a bag of hot nickels. You hear me? Hit upside her head like a bag of hot nickels. She was upset. You can tell she was visibly upset. I mean, I guess it's just like that door is forever closed, girl. Not, you know, I don't ever think she thought Dro would leave, but you know, when a baby come in the picture, it's a whole different story. You know, ain't be no more freaky times. Ain't gonna be no more extra time because you're gonna have baby time. And another thing that was weird to me is Candace never went up to her. Candace never hugged. I mean, she hugged her. She talked to her, but she never says anything about her and Dro, which is weird to me because if she knows, it seemed like she would at least, you know what I'm saying, give her some type of indicator that she knows. It's like she just totally ignored the shit, okay? But hell, who am I? She might have her man on the side too, so who knows? At the end of the episode, we see that Nathan has called Lyft. They called Issa and told her that they closed the investigation. And, you know, they closed the investigation and that was it. Like, they talked to Nathan. So, basically, Lyft been able to contact Nathan, but you ain't been able to contact Nathan. All in all, it was a good episode. I feel like it's a little premature for us to be worried about what Nathan doing and, you know, where he at. It's only been a day and a half. Now, it is a little worrying that she been texting him. He haven't been texting her back. And he got in contact with Lyft. So, he can't be in jail if he got in contact with Lyft and they talked to him. So, is he just avoiding her because he's running away? You know, when people say it's real, is it real? Child, they start running away from you, you know, after they feel like it's going to be a relationship. You know, maybe he just being a regular fuckboy, I don't know. Or maybe he got a baby mama girl. Maybe he got a wife. Maybe we don't know a lot about Nathan. That's why I was like, reserve your judgment. Talking about, I really like you, bitch. You better reserve your judgment. Hold back a little bit, sis, because you don't know this fool. You don't know him at all. Okay, so I don't know. We'll see what happened with that whole situation. I want to hear what you guys think about this episode. It was really good. We only got, it's 5 episodes. I think it's 8 episodes this season instead of 7, but I could be lying. It could just be 7. So we'll see what happens next week. I see that Molly going on a date. I see that Issa ain't heard from Nathan in a week, child. So it's not looking too good for Nathan. It's not looking too good for H-Town. Dang, just when we thought she was back on top, man. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and I will holler at y'all later. Peace.